Stop everything you're doing right now because what just happened at Dorit Kemsley's mansion is the most violent and disturbing moment in Real Housewives history. After those secret tapes leaked, Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne didn't just get mad, they completely lost control. In a rage-fueled frenzy, the two women stormed Dorit's house in the middle of the night, screaming that she had destroyed their lives. What followed was a brutal, physical attack so savage that neighbors called the police, and the entire Beverly Hills neighborhood is still in shock. Insiders say Kyle and Erika broke through the front door, screaming, "You ruined us," while throwing glass, ripping artwork off the walls, and attacking Dorit in her own living room. Dorit fought back in terror as the three women crashed through furniture, pulling hair, slapping, and clawing at each other like wild animals. Sources claim Erika had Dorit pinned against the wall, yelling that the tapes would never see the light of day, while Kyle allegedly screamed she would make sure Dorit never worked again. This wasn't reality TV drama anymore. This was a full-blown war that turned physical. But babies, what the leaked security footage allegedly shows next is even worse than anyone expected. The question everyone is asking right now is, how far did Kyle and Erika really go in that house? Stay right here because the full terrifying story, the injuries, the police report, and the shocking twist that just dropped will leave you speechless. To truly understand how three women who once called each other sisters ended up in a brutal, physical brawl inside a Beverly Hills mansion, you have to rewind to the toxic friendship that was always destined to explode. For nearly a decade, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne presented themselves as the unbreakable power trio of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They vacationed together, defended each other at every reunion, and controlled the narrative of the franchise like it was their own private empire. But behind those filtered Instagram smiles, a poisonous resentment had been festering for years. Dorit entered the show as the glamorous British bombshell married to PK, desperate to be accepted by the Beverly Hills elite. She survived a terrifying home invasion in 2021 that left her emotionally shattered, then endured a brutal divorce that exposed her financial struggles for the world to see. Through it all, she believed Kyle and Erika were her ride-or-die sisters. Kyle was the self-proclaimed queen of loyalty who stood beside Dorit for 10 seasons. Erika was the fierce survivor who once bonded with Dorit over shared pain. Or so everyone thought. The cracks began during Dorit's darkest days. When she was drowning in trauma from the home invasion, Kyle was distracted by her own crumbling marriage to Mauricio and slowly pulled away. Erika began mocking Dorit behind her back, calling her "poor me" attitude exhausting. Then came the jaw-dropping $287,000 shopping spree scandal and Dorit's $6 million mansion slipping into foreclosure. PK weaponized it in court. The tabloids feasted. And the two women Dorit trusted most went completely silent. That betrayal didn't break Dorit, it turned her into a calculating machine. Quietly, over 2 years, she secretly recorded every private conversation, every nasty text, every backstabbing comment. And when she finally leaked those tapes, the world heard Kyle and Erika laughing about her trauma, admitting they had leaked her financial documents, and plotting how to get her fired from Bravo. The tapes made Kyle and Erika look like cold, calculated monsters. But what no one expected was how far Kyle and Erika would go when they realized their entire careers were about to collapse. Insiders now reveal that hours after the final tape surfaced, Kyle and Erika snapped. They didn't call lawyers. They didn't hire PR teams. They got into a car, drove straight to Dorit's house, and launched the most savage physical attack the franchise has ever seen. And as you're about to hear, what happened inside those walls was far more terrifying than any fan could have imagined. The war wasn't just on camera anymore. It had become personal, violent, and legally dangerous. The stage was set for a bloodbath, and the first punch was about to land. Now brace yourself, because what I'm about to tell you is genuinely disturbing. This is no longer just housewives shade or leaked audio. This is the moment the war became violently physical. Hours after the final secret tape exploded online, the one where Kyle and Erika were heard crying and begging Dorit to delete everything, the two women completely snapped. According to multiple insiders with direct knowledge, Kyle Richards and Erika Jane got into a black SUV at 11:47 p.m. and drove straight to Dorit Kemsley's Encino mansion with one goal: make her pay in person. What happened next was pure chaos. At approximately 12:15 a.m., Dorit was home alone when she heard aggressive banging on her front door. Before she could even react, the door flew open. Kyle and Erika had forced their way inside. The moment they saw Dorit standing in her living room, all hell broke loose. Kyle allegedly screamed at the top of her lungs, "You ruined our lives with those F***king tapes," while Erika shouted, "You think you can record us and get away with it? We're going to end you tonight." What followed was a brutal, savage attack that neighbors later described as sounds of pure terror. Kyle reportedly grabbed Dorit by her hair and slammed her against the marble wall. Erika joined in, throwing a crystal vase that shattered inches from Dorit's face. Furniture was flipped. Picture frames were smashed. The three women were rolling on the floor, slapping, clawing, and screaming at each other in a violent frenzy. Sources say Erika had Dorit pinned down, yelling, "Delete those tapes or I swear I'll make sure you never show your face again," while Kyle allegedly screamed that she would personally make sure Dorit was blacklisted from Bravo forever. Dorit fought back desperately, screaming for help as blood trickled from a cut above her eye. The once glamorous British housewife was terrified, crying and begging them to stop. But Kyle and Erika were in a full rage blackout. This wasn't a petty argument. This was pure, unfiltered hatred finally exploding after years of buried resentment. One of Dorit's hidden security cameras, the same kind she used to record their private conversations, caught the entire nightmare. That footage, which has now partially leaked, is so disturbing that even veteran Bravo producers who saw it reportedly went silent in horror. Leaked text messages from that same night make it even worse. Just 30 minutes before they arrived at the house, Erika allegedly wrote to Kyle, "We need to scare her so badly she never releases another tape again. Let's go now." Kyle's reply was ice cold, "I'm ready. She deserves this." The emotional intensity inside that mansion was off the charts. Dorit was heard sobbing, "I trusted you both like sisters," while Erika screamed back, "Sisters? You betrayed us first." The betrayal, the pain, the revenge, it all collided in one terrifying moment. But here comes the first major twist that makes this attack even darker and more dangerous than anyone expected. According to the leaked security footage and a police report obtained by our sources, this wasn't just a spontaneous meltdown. Kyle and Erika allegedly came prepared. Hidden in Erika's bag was a USB drive. During the struggle, she screamed that they were going to force Dorit to delete every single copy of the tapes right there in front of them. When Dorit refused, the attack became even more vicious. At one point, Erika allegedly grabbed Dorit by the throat while Kyle ripped open drawers looking for hard drives and laptops. Even worse, insiders now claim that during the attack, Kyle allegedly said something that changes the entire narrative. "Andy already knows. He told us to handle it however we need to." That single sentence suggests this brutal home invasion may not have been just about personal revenge. It may have had quiet approval from someone much higher up at Bravo. The violence was so extreme that neighbors called the police at 12:38 a.m. When officers arrived, they found broken glass everywhere, blood on the floor, and three of the biggest names in reality television in complete emotional and physical shambles. But the real bombshell is still coming. Because according to a new leak that dropped just hours ago, that security footage shows something even more shocking in the final 30 seconds of the fight, something that could send Kyle and Erika straight into legal hell. What exactly did the camera catch them doing? The answer is about to destroy everything, and it's worse than you think. Stay with me. The nightmare at Dorit's mansion didn't end when the police arrived, it only got 10 times worse. According to the official police report that just leaked, Dorit Kemsley was left with a concussion, a busted lip, and deep scratches across her neck and arms. But here's the part that has everyone gasping in horror. Erika Jane allegedly suffered a broken wrist during the fight after Dorit fought back in self-defense. Kyle Richards reportedly escaped with only bruises, but was hysterical, screaming at the officers that Dorit deserved every single hit for destroying their lives with those secret tapes. But now comes the second devastating twist that completely changes everything. Insiders with access to the full 11-minute security footage claim the tape doesn't just show a chaotic girl fight. In the final 40 seconds, after the physical attack, Kyle Richards allegedly pulled out her phone, looked straight into Dorit's hidden camera, and screamed, "This is what happens when you cross us. Your career is finished. We will make sure you never film another day of Housewives again." What makes it even more chilling is that Erika, despite holding her clearly broken wrist in agony, smiled through the pain and said, "We're not done with you yet." This wasn't just rage. This was a coordinated, premeditated warning. Within hours, clips from the leaked security footage spread like wildfire. TMZ dropped the story first with the headline "RHOBH Stars in Violent Home Brawl," and it instantly became the #1 trending topic on the planet. Twitter exploded with over 4.2 million posts in under 5 hours. One viral thread with 1.8 million views reads, "Kyle Richards, the woman who cried about loyalty for 12 seasons, just physically attacked her sister in her own home. This is psychotic behavior." TikTok is flooded with slow-motion clips of the moment Erika allegedly grabs Dorit by the throat. The comments are split violently, some calling Kyle and Erika abusers who deserve jail time, while others say Dorit had it coming for secretly recording everyone for 2 years. Even other housewives are reacting in real time. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly texted a friend, "This has gone way too far. I'm actually scared for all of them." Lisa Rinna deleted her Instagram after posting and then removing a story that simply said, "Holy sh**t." Bravo executives are now in full-blown panic mode. Multiple emergency meetings are happening as sponsors threaten to pull out completely, saying the franchise has officially crossed from entertainment into criminal territory. But the most terrifying question is still unanswered. According to a new source inside Dorit's legal team, the security footage shows something even darker in the final 10 seconds, something that could send Kyle and Erika to prison. What exactly did that camera catch before the police kicked in the door? The answer is about to drop, and when it does, it might end more than just careers. You're not ready for what's coming next. The internet has completely lost its mind, babies. What happened at Dorit's house has now become the most talked about scandal in reality television history. Within minutes of the security footage leaking, #brutal attack on Dorit and #Kyle and Erika arrested exploded to the #1 trending spot worldwide, racking up over 6.8 million posts in just 7 hours. The divide among fans is absolutely vicious and deeply personal. One side is screaming for justice, calling Kyle and Erika violent abusers who should be removed from the show and face criminal charges. A viral Twitter thread with 2.3 million views reads, "Kyle Richards broke into Dorit's house, slammed her against a wall, and now has the audacity to cry about loyalty? This is actual domestic violence. Arrest them." Clips of Erika grabbing Dorit by the throat have been viewed over 41 million times on TikTok, with thousands of comments saying this crossed every line imaginable. On the other side, furious Kyle and Erika supporters are blaming Dorit, claiming she provoked them by secretly recording for 2 years. One Reddit post that gained 57,000 upvotes says, "Dorit played with fire by leaking those tapes. She recorded private conversations for years. What did she think was going to happen?" The fandom is at total war, with death threats flying in both directions. The rest of the cast is visibly shaken. Garcelle Beauvais allegedly posted and then deleted a story saying this is terrifying. No one should ever feel unsafe in their own home. Sutton Strake reportedly called multiple cast members in tears, saying the footage made her physically sick. Lisa Rinna broke her silence with a now-deleted tweet that simply read, "This went way too far," before going completely dark. Even Teddy Mellencamp liked several posts calling for Kyle and Erika to be fired immediately. But it's not just the fans and cast who are panicking. Industry insiders say Bravo is in absolute crisis mode. Emergency meetings are being held every hour as major sponsors threaten to pull all advertising. One top executive allegedly told a source, This isn't reality TV anymore. This is criminal. We don't know if we can legally air any of this. Andy Cohen has gone completely silent, which those close to him say means he is furious and terrified. A source close to Andy claims he told a colleague, "I never thought it would get this ugly. This could end the entire franchise." Yet the most disturbing part is still hidden. According to Dorit's legal team, the full unedited security footage contains one final moment that hasn't been released yet, a moment so shocking that it could send Kyle and Erika to jail. What exactly did that camera catch in the last 10 seconds before the police arrived? The answer is coming, and it's about to make this scandal 100 times darker. But hold on tight, babies, because what I'm about to reveal next completely flips this entire nightmare upside down. According to a source inside the LAPD who has seen the complete, unedited 11-minute security footage, the final 22 seconds of the tape are so disturbing that the officers who watched it immediately called their superiors. In those final moments, after the physical fight had already turned violent, Erika Jayne allegedly pinned Dorit against the wall with her good hand, looked her dead in the eyes, and screamed, "You think those tapes are bad? We came here to destroy you completely. If you release anything else, next time we won't stop at bruises." The most shocking part? Kyle Richards is heard clearly saying in the background, "PK was right. You deserve to lose everything." Then she allegedly kicks a broken piece of glass toward Dorit in a final act of rage. This isn't just an emotional meltdown anymore. This is being investigated as a felony home invasion and assault with a deadly weapon. But here comes the final, earth-shattering twist that nobody saw coming. Dorit Kemsley wasn't as helpless as she appeared that night. Sources close to her claim she had been wearing a hidden body camera the entire time, the same technology she used to record the original Italy tapes. Not only did she capture the full brutal attack in crystal clear quality, but she also allegedly live-streamed parts of it to her crisis manager and lawyer the second Kyle and Erika broke through her door. That means Dorit now possesses undeniable evidence of the attack, evidence that could send both Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne to prison. Insiders say Dorit is done playing nice. She has officially pressed full criminal charges against both women and is preparing to sue them for millions in damages. Meanwhile, Bravo executives are holding an emergency board meeting tomorrow morning to decide whether to fire Kyle and Erika immediately before the footage leaks in its entirety. But the real question that has everyone terrified is this. Dorit still has one final, unreleased tape, recorded just 2 days before the attack. A tape that allegedly contains a conversation between Kyle, Erika, and a very powerful Bravo executive discussing how to permanently silence Dorit. That tape drops in the next 24 to 48 hours. And when it does, it won't just end careers. It might end the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise forever. This story is spiraling out of control, and it is nowhere near over. Part 2 is going to be even darker. Oh my god, babies, can you even process what we just uncovered? Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne didn't just betray Dorit, they allegedly broke into her house and brutally attacked her after those secret tapes leaked. We're talking physical violence, broken bones, blood on the floor, and now possible felony charges. This is the darkest, most disturbing chapter in Real Housewives history. Now I need to hear from you immediately. Drop your hottest, most savage take in the comments right now. I'm reading every single one. Do you think Kyle and Erika went too far and should be arrested? Or does Dorit deserve what happened after secretly recording everyone for 2 years? Was this brutal home attack justified revenge or straight-up criminal behavior? Should Bravo fire both Kyle and Erika immediately? And most importantly, if that final unreleased tape drops and proves a Bravo executive was involved in the plot, should the entire RHOBH franchise be cancelled forever? Type Team Dorit if you're standing with her after this terrifying attack. Type Team Kyle and Erika if you believe they were pushed to the edge. Be honest. Be brutal. The more controversial your comment, the faster this video spreads. If you're as shocked as I am, smash that like button right now. Smash it harder if you want to see Kyle and Erika face real consequences. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. This was only part 1. In part 2, I'm exposing the full unedited security footage details, what that final secret tape actually says, whether Kyle and Erika are getting arrested, Andy Cohen's emergency decision, and Dorit's next deadly move. The knives are out. The police are involved. And the next 48 hours will decide who survives this war. Turn on your notifications and stay dangerous. I'll see you in the next video. What's your verdict? Comment right now.